Hey everyone, it's Bree here for your movement class today. We're gonna keep the theme red and start on 2 red springs. The props that you'll need is a squishy ball. If you don't have a ball, use a pillow instead. You're gonna start with the headrest up, doing some light footwork to begin and just to like warm everything up. So balls between the thighs, let's start with the heels on, arms down, press out and in. We're gonna go all the way out to full leg extension, so you do feel firm inner thigh engagement happening. Making sure spine stays in that long neutral position. Okay, last one. So when you do come home, come onto your toes next. All 10 toes, gripping onto that foot bar, press and pull out and in. So with the lighter spring tension, really pull yourself back home. Trying to keep your heels at the same height. Ooh, getting some snap, crackles, and pops out of the feet. 2. And final one. Okay, so now bring the feet off of the foot bar just to hover. Your knees stay above your hips, arms reaching up with the ball to curl yourself up over the legs and back down. Lifting up and back down. 2, hold your lift. Last one, start to single leg stretch. One leg out, one leg in, one leg out, one leg in. Keeping your chest lifted position because of the core, not because of the neck. Neck is going to work, but you want to have 90% core, 10% neck doing the work for you. Now let's go into your double leg stretch. Arms and legs reach away. Pull that ball over the thigh or over the shins. 5 more. 6 total for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Single straight leg stretch. Lift both legs up first. Hold and press the ball into the shins so that when one leg goes down, the ball doesn't move. Bring it back up to lower the opposite leg down. Now, if you are feeling any sort of like tension in the neck, you can always bring one hand behind your head. But if you want to challenge yourself, reach the opposite arm, opposite leg away for 3 more each side. Last one, each side, and 1. Ooh, double leg stretch, heels together, toes apart. I'm gonna lower down real quick. I do feel it in my neck to reach away and pull back up. If you're still golden and using that core to hold your lift, there we go. Tap the ball each time it comes back up. The legs come back up. 2 more. Last one. All right, feet go down. Give yourself a little windshield wiper, side to side. Ooh, definitely snappy, crackly, and popply today. All righty, ball is going to go underneath of your sacrum. Bring yourself, let's bring that headrest down first. Yikes. All right, headrest down, ball under the sacrum, hands down by your side. Lift and hover the legs to tabletop and without moving anything. So stay in your frame as your right leg is going to move out to the side and then pull it back in. Try for 5 more on that side. Notice how much heavier the right arm gets. For 3, 2, and 1. Now left side's turn. 4, 6. Gotta open my eyes on that one. 5. Left arm feeling heavy. Keep it heavy so we don't float away off to that left side or roll away. Last 2. And after your last one, feet down, rest down. Maybe give your, you can bring one or then both knees in towards your chest. Leave your elbows onto the carriage so that you feel comfortable. Sometimes if your arms are lifted, it might feel more intimidating because you might wobble more. But elbows stay down, grab behind your thighs instead. All right, we are still on those 2 red springs, but bring your long handles into your hands. With your arms up, bring your knees above your hips. Now, if this does feel too heavy, you can always change out for one red spring, but I like a challenge. Pull from the back body to reach the arms down by your side and to float just back up over the shoulders. We always connect with the back body to control and stabilize through the front. 3, 2, and hold the arms down. Last one, bend and stretch the elbows long. Now, if you can, drive the elbows down into the carriage so you feel more, not just back of the arm, but back of the body as well, helping to widen through the collarbones. Last 2, and 1. Arms lift up all the way, feet to the foot bar, straps down, hips up. And you can roll yourself down from there. We're gonna put that ball off to the side. And then we get ready for bridges, still on those 2 red springs. So without moving the carriage, hinge up and articulate down. So we inhale to lift and then to re-articulate your spine, massaging it out, one bone, one piece, one segment at a time, to then repeat again. Lift to roll. Keeping those hamstrings turned on, keep that carriage home. Lift for 3 more. Ooh. Last 2. And final one. Yeah. With the legs long over the foot bar, arms towards the ceiling. Roll yourself up to take off one of your springs, to roll back down with control and take both of your straps, short loops this time, into your hands. So once they're there, palms are flat, fingertips long, keeping the tension out of your shoulders there and into your back. So once your legs lift and hover above your hips, you pull down first for the first 4. Just like we practiced with the ball underneath of you, getting accustomed to the new tension for 2. And then the arms lift up to stay above your shoulders. Now press into one arm. The other arm is gonna feel a little wonky at first, gets slack in the line. And the goal here is to not feel any rotation or sort of side bending happening. That's the hard part. Last one left, last one right. Then curl head, neck, and shoulders up. And this is where the spice starts to come in. Whew. It is very challenging to make sure that you're keeping everything in your lane in the frame of your body. 2 more each side. Ooh. Last one each side. Ooh. Ooh. Starting to break down form right there. All right, place your right strap down, left loop, long loop into the left foot to reach up towards the ceiling and pull the right leg towards it. Heels together, toes apart. First, just again, so we can accustom ourselves to the tension, heels stay together as you lift and lower while your hips stay in that parallel, neutral pelvis position. Last 3, 2. Now when the legs go down, keep your right leg, your non-strap leg down where it is. Lift the strap leg up for 6. Right from the bottom of your booty. Pull down, 5. 4. This is all working on proprioception. Heels click together, 3. Reach long through that leg. Imagine that there's somebody else trying to pull your leg out of the hip. 2. And then hold the left leg down. Don't move the carriage now as your right leg lifts, lowers. Pull to reach. 4 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Then slide your right ankle up over top of your left, flex the feet, and lift both legs towards the top, getting a nice stretch. Allow your hips to lift here. Okay, and then a little piriformis stretch, bringing your right ankle towards your left knee. bend into your left knee. How far away does that right knee pull away from you? The further your right knee is away from you, the deeper the stretch into that right hip you will feel. Release the right foot, then the left from the strap. Place it onto the peg, and let's do it all again on the right side. Right foot to the loop, both legs together, heels touch. Lift and lower for 6. Maintain that neutral spine position. So that means if we placed a water or maybe a glass of wine, a martini, or a coffee mug right here on that top front of your pelvis, it's not going to spill back or forth as your legs lift and lower. So it's the ability to maintain neutral pelvis, neutral spine while the legs do the movement from the hip joint. Then we reach long, keep the carriage moving as your left leg stays still. And so just like your arms, when we work unilaterally, it's very easy for like one side of your body to shorten, feeling the strap pulling you into that shortened position. Last 2. And final 1, your right leg stays long. The carriage doesn't move as you lift and lower your left leg up and down. 4 more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Left leg lowers to the foot bar. Right foot comes, sorry, not out of the strap just yet. Ankles cross, flex the feet, and stretch open the hips. I feel it like right there across that band of the booty, the lower outer booty. And the more you flex the feet, the more it'll kind of go down the legs, or I guess depending on which way you're looking at it, up the legs to that outer band of the booty. Okay, push the right leg away, slide your left ankle up towards the thigh, and bend into your right knee. Gently either pull your left knee away from you or push with your left hand onto that knee. Okay. Now you can bring the left foot onto the foot bar, right foot out of the strap. And legs long over the foot bar, so making sure that we work on our transitions to roll yourself up, slow and controlled, using all of those deep core muscles. Now, if you do find yourself to where you're like swinging yourself up, don't do that. Okay, just hug the knees in, grab behind the legs, push the legs away from you to help yourself up until you can build up that strength. Even if you can't do that, you just roll off to the side and bring yourself up into a seated position. Basically, if you're using momentum, you're losing out on the opportunity, what am I doing? The opportunity to utilize the core, okay? You're leaving all that behind. Now, we get ready to come into a tabletop position facing back, working through some plank work here. So your toes are going to be tucked onto the platform, hands are onto the shoulder blocks, and bringing in, starting with your knees under your hips, your hands are slightly out in front of your shoulders. Okay, so you walk your knees back to where you're not starting over your hands there. Left foot is going to stay onto the platform. This one always like kind of brain teasers me. So if your left foot is pressing, your left knee will lift off the carriage to pull, to press. Okay, we'll start with these first 4 and maintaining that hip alignment, rib cage alignment, spine alignment. So sometimes it's even like really good to remember to pull the back of your head back. Last 2. And 1, hold out and reach your right arm long, turn the palm down, thumb in, and bend your elbow wide as you repeat for 6, pull, press, 5, 4, excuse me, 3, and from there, last 1. Now your right arm reaches out wide. We got 6 more to go. So we're doing 18 of these single leg presses. But when you take away that right arm, it takes into account a lot of the stability that has to come from the core. Last 3. Hello, obliques. 2. And final one. Right hand goes down, pull the carriage back home. Right knee, or right toes tuck, right knee will lift as you press out for the first 6. Okay? So as we go through these different variations, modifications, we always start from the baseline. So if this feels challenging and you're like all over the place, your hips are moving as you're pressing out and in, go for one more, hold out. So if that felt challenging just now, you stay right there. Otherwise, your left arm reaches out to bend the elbow wide and to press and reach. Pull, press. 5, 4. Imagine you're pushing against something like an overhead press. Last 2 and 1. Now, if that felt challenging, you stay right there. If you want more challenge though, you reach that left arm out wide and forward. Out like a T and forward. Find your wingspan. 3 more. 2. And the final one. Both hands, both knees, and you cat and cow through the spine. Alrighty. Now we walk ourselves forward. Carriage comes home. Walk it forward, grab down for, let's see, we did the right arm first, the right strap for your left foot to come to the inside of your shoulder blocks. You come up into a tall proposal pose, and if you would like, well, let's start first with the first level one. So pull into your low row first. Try to keep your shoulders and your hips square with whatever is in front of you. Maybe it's a wall, maybe it's a door, maybe in my case it's a tower. Okay, but there's a lot of energy going down into that left heel, so you feel it right under the seat. Okay, so that was for 6. Now, if you would like more, I'm gonna choke up above the tension or onto the tape above the hardware. I don't like how that feels, so I'm actually gonna go 2-piece fingers into the hardware there. So as I pull back now, still a low row, but I'm allowing my rotation to come from the shoulder, down the arm. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you don't change anything with the hand. All that changes is you lift the front left heel. It sounds like a small thing, but it takes out, oh my gosh, a lot of the stability. Last 3, 2, and 1. Woo, lower that heel. Switch to the other side. Right foot on the inside of the shoulder block. Hand, left side, hand onto the headrest. What am I saying? Onto the short loop. Left hand, hold onto the short loop. Pull back and forth with that arm scraping the rib cage. Now it might feel like a tiny movement, but so pull against that tension so you feel the back body really engaging. If you don't feel anything yet, just hold it. Can you lift up taller, wrap those ribs, sink the tailbone down, and then let me know if you feel it. Last 2. And last 1. Okay, hold the strap with your right hand to adjust with your left. 2-piece fingers into the metal piece. Or if you have like an Allegro 2, that would be essentially the little triangle frame there. 3 more. 2, and 1. Now, final little piece. Lift the right heel and repeat. 5, 4, last 2, and 1. Arm long, heel down, strap down, and take maybe some cat and cows through the spine. Woo. Okie doke. Now from here, we turn ourselves towards the side, come into or keep your kneeling position, but come closer towards the foot bar. Right hand is onto the foot bar, and knees stay about hip distance apart, but your left knee is going to stay down. So we reach up and overhead. Oh, feels so good. And then you pull back center. Find one of your shoulder blocks that feels like a comfortable reach for you to repeat 2 more times. Last one. And a 1. All right, right hand finds the foot bar. Left leg finds the headrest. Or sorry, left foot finds the headrest. Now, for me, it feels comfortable to turn the toes out, to press away. That just brings more surface area onto the headrest. To find that overhead reach, to pull back in, lower the arm down. Lift overhead with that left arm, and you bring it back in. 4. For 3. We'll get ready to turn and twist down towards the foot bar. And 2, coming up overhead with that left arm down to the foot bar. Last one, make sure that your hips don't twist back or lean back without out of range from where you're at. You might have to walk your hands out a little wider, but keep pressing until you can lift your back leg, your left leg up and down. Touch the headrest. 4, ooh, drop that left shoulder. 3, 2, ooh, keep that carriage pulled out. Last one, keep the leg lifted. You bring your body forward, the carriage moves forward. Looks like I have to move my right foot a little closer onto the carriage rather than hanging it off to the side. All right, now on these last 3, can you do your best to keep that back leg lifted? So make sure it doesn't lower or lift, it stays at the same height. 2 more times. And last one. You bring it home, lower down, and push the carriage back into a child's pose. Both knees under you, head between the arms. If that feels okay in your body, roll the carriage back home. And let's repeat on the other side. Knees pretty close, maybe about 2 or 3 finger widths away from the edge of your carriage. Right arm reaches up overhead to move the carriage away. To bring it back in. Reach for one of your shoulder blocks to lift overhead. Last one to the left. Lifting up and overhead. Last one to the right, reaching for shoulder blocks. All right, so now left hand to the foot bar, right foot to the headrest, to reach out, press out for the first 6. Maintaining that alignment from heel to hip to hand. Keep that engagement into the seat, down the hamstring, up through the side body. Last 2, I think. Hold out, last one. Turn the right hand down, left hand walks out, and left foot, just like before on the other side, left foot will come onto the carriage there. Doing our best to keep those hips stacked. Press and pull. Oh, just got a little spine adjustment there. Ooh, okay, I'm ready to lift that leg, holding it lifted as the carriage moves in and out. 4. Really think of pushing those hips forward towards the right side of your carriage. Ooh, 3, arms stay long. 2. And 1. Bring it in, bring the knees down, tuck your toes, flatten the feet, get a nice child's pose stretch. Oh, that's good stuff. Okie doke. All right, so ball and box now come to the party here. Your long box is going to come on. Sorry if I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the class, but box comes onto the carriage. Your safety strap is going to be used here. And you know, if we want to make sure that the carriage isn't moving, we will always want to make sure that you're not actually pushing into the platform. So if you don't have that proprioception yet, and you're still working on it, you can always add a green spring. But I always like to and hold myself accountable. So by keeping that green spring off for me today kind of checks me to make sure that I'm keeping the carriage still. I'm actually kind of pushing into the platform to pull myself home. Anyways, you're gonna bring that ball back behind you. Roll back into it, okay? And find that deep C curve position. So ribs and hips are really trying to draw in towards each other. We pulse up, lower down to start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, okay, and then 1. Hold your lift, reach the left arm out. Ooh, find that rotation and then come back in. Reach the right arm out, watch where it goes, and then come back in. Now, as you're reaching, we really want to make sure that the whole rest of your body is staying in the frame of your box, that when you're reaching, you're not leaning off to the side. Whew, 1 more left. 1 more right. Both arms forward. As you lift the arms, lean back into the ball. As you lower the arms, curl forward, out, away from the ball. Don't lift completely off of it, but maybe you can hear it in my voice, like how much I'm shaking. Like, go slow. This is where you build that strength for your roll ups. 3 more. Last 2. Whew. Final 1. Come all the way up. Take that ball out, okay? Bring it into the hands, and now you roll yourself all the way down. Remember, you're slightly pulling up into the straps, but really pressing down heavy into your platform. Now, where your spine is, keep it there. So there's no arching off away from the box. You want to keep that in integrity throughout. Your arms reach back. This is where the shaky, quaky part starts, and then roll yourself back forward. Ooh, okay, carriage kind of moved a little bit on that one. Gotta stay better, gotta get better. 1% better each time. Ooh, I am like a bird perched on this platform. My heels are trying to dig down under it. My toes are trying to wrap, oh my gosh, down in front of it. I don't have any idea where we're at on reps. Let's try 2 more. Last one. Oh gosh, okay. So, ball goes back down. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Ball. Your body turns around. And remember that little proposal pose that we were in before. We're coming back. Everything we do is for a reason. So you're gonna be in a proposal pose on the box. Right foot, I think we started with the left foot. Yeah, left foot is in front. Your right knee is on the box. You're gonna hook your toes on that front edge and then reach down for the short loop. I want you to start first. Might not start with the foot tucked. Well, eventually we'll get there. So start low if you're able to here in this bent knee position. Pull for your 6 rows, stack tall for 5, 4, getting a little bit of that rotation, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and sorry, when I say rotation, I meant like through the shoulders, not the spine. So now you can start to slide that right leg back, hook it onto the edge. Ooh, we're a little taller now, so go slow if you feel intimidated by the height to pull, to reach, pull, and reach. 4 more. 3, if you would like to. Left arm forward, 2, and 1. All right, now I'm just gonna choke up, still on the short loop, but just a little bit higher. Left arm stays forward and pulling back into rotation. Right elbow pulls back, and nope, I'm not even gonna choke up. I'm gonna go back down to just the short loop because that feels good for my body. Left arm reaches forward as the right arm pulls back. 3 more times. 2, hips forward for 1. All right, now bring it down, strap down, hands onto the box to bring yourself back into that kind of low crouching position. Right foot onto the headrest, left hand into the strap. So if sitting on your knees, sorry I didn't give this option before, but if sitting on your back heel bothers you at all, you can also start into a seated position. So stay tall, find that position that works for you to pull and reach. Right heel pressing heavy into your carriage, right shin, or sorry, that's your calf, right calf pulling back into your box. 3 more times. Keep those shoulders square for 2 and 1. We'll add rotation at the last step. You come up into your high, tall, kneeling position. So you wanna find that position where your calf is like squishing against that front edge of your box. Tall proposal pose to pull and reach. Maybe the left arm comes forward, but don't add the rotation yet. Focus on something right out in front of you that is not moving for 3 more. 2 and 1. Now on this side, I'm definitely gonna leave my hand where it is. Right arm stays out in front as you reach and pull in 2 different directions. Right arm reaches, left arm pulls. 4 more. If you can, let your rotation follow or be followed by your eyes. So the whole proprioception is being challenged, your whole nervous system. Whew, last 2. And a 1. All right, strap down, hands down, bring your left foot back out in front of you and take a seat facing forward to grab down for your short loops. Booty goes forward. Bring your heels towards the very edge of your headrest to pull the arms, palms up towards the ceiling. Start with your elbows in line with your shoulders to pull back towards your face. Oh, I can tell I'm getting tired. I want to switch to those long loops. Let's see if I can make it to 6. I already got 3 left. And then I'll switch. 2, working biceps and back here. 1. All right, now I'm gonna switch towards the long loops. Now this is to challenge your core. Still working the arms, but hinge back as you curl into that bicep curl. Reach, pull back, hinge back. Forward with the arms, pull back, hinge back. 3, we get ready to hold your hinge. Make sure those elbows stay in line with your shoulders. 2 more. And final 1, hold. Don't move anything as your arms lift lower. So that means even though the arms look like they're moving, the carriage stays still. 3, 2, and 1. Ah, reach forward, round forward. Yikes. Okay, starting to wrap things up. Let's open through the chest. So your strap comes at the forearm, slightly above your elbow. Hinge yourself back. Practice to lift your heart forward and your chest opens as your arms pull back. Ooh, okay, ropes just slid down onto the upper arms, so above the elbows. Just keep going. Oh. Shoulders together. 3, it's like you're trying to clap your hands out in front. 2, hold the arms wide. Last 1, hold your hinge. If you need to though, come upright as you reach the arms overhead, pull down. 5, 4, like you're sliding your arms up and down a wall. 3, 2, and 1. Arms long, reach forward, let the strap slide down the arms, and then round at the spine. While you're down there, place your straps back down onto the pegs. Maybe you grab under the feet or under the headrest, whatever helps you to stretch open that back. Hallelujah. Okay, turn around. Let's finish with some swans. Wee. So graceful. All right, so chest off box. Lay yourself down onto the carriage. And I like to bring myself slightly more forward, basically where your neck is getting choked out by the bar. It is preference though. So your hands are onto the shoulder blocks. If you have any sort of low back issues, scoot yourself back to where your chest has more support and there's not as much strain in the low back. So heels together if that feels good in your body. Otherwise, keep your feet apart, parallel. And keep your gaze down for the first 6 for an overhead press. Feel how it is the back that presses you away. The core that keeps itself lifted away off of the box. 3, 2, and then arms stay long. Last one, to then press down onto the foot bar. Ooh, I'm tight today. So what we are trying to work on is lifting the head, lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders down without feeling a pinch in the low back. There we go. Oh, that just released right there. 3 more. Now just be warned, if your chest is further off of the box, you won't be able to come home as much, depending on, of course, your flexibility. Last 2. Hips remain on the box. Final 1. Hold there. And if it feels good for your body, bend your knees, straighten your knees, and then lower back down. Bend your elbows, come back home. Slide your legs out wide, bring your hands to the front edge of your box, push up and through horseback, and bring your feet onto the widest part of your carriage, straddling the box there. Woo, all right. Make sure you guys give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a great one. Bye.